This experiment is called the mass of copper and sulfur, and this is what you should have. Let's see if I can get it there. This is what you should have in your comp book, and this is the section we're going to do in the textbook. There's 2 blue questions, and you all need to answer 13, which 13 continues over here, and 14 too. So this is a fairly simple experiment that goes along with our conservation of mass section. Let's see if I can get this to where we can see everything here. Maybe I should show you how I'm going to measure this out. So we need to take 2 grams of copper. Here's the copper. And put it into a test tube with 1 gram of sulfur. So to get the 2 grams of copper, we need to mass this weighing dish. I'm not so sure. I'm going to switch balances here. That one's sticking a little bit. So it's about a little bit less than 0.8. So if I want 2 grams, I need to move it over to 2 point, a little bit less than 0.8. It doesn't have to be exact. We just want to be close. And then I'm going to add the little copper pellets until it balances. And that's not exact, but that's close enough. And then I'm going to take these and put it over here in this test tube. Then I'm going to do the same thing with the sulfur. But the sulfur, I only want 1 gram. So move it over here to a little bit less than 1.8 and do the same thing. So I'm going to use a scoopula this time. Okay. That's pretty close. Again, it's not exact. It doesn't have to be. And then we're going to take this sulfur and put it in with the copper. We want to make sure that we have a closed system. So the way we're going to do that is we're going to take this latex sheet, put it over the top of the test tube, and we're going to rubber band it down as tight as we can get it here without breaking the rubber band. I can go one more time. Just like that. And then we're going to get a mass before. So our before mass, I don't think it's going to be 100. No. Not even 30. It's 20 something. Okay, so let's look here at it. Looks to me like it's 26, a little bit more than the 0.2, so 0.22. 26.22, and that's what we're going to put over here in with the mass before. Then we're going to go through and we're going to heat it. So I'm just going to put this in. Get a nice flame here. We need to make sure we turn this at a little bit of an angle so it doesn't melt the rubber sheets. Hopefully that's enough. And we're going to start heating it. And this shouldn't take but a couple of minutes. And you can see that the sulfur has turned into a kind of a red colored liquid. As we continue to heat it, it's going to turn into a gas. You'll first start to see yellow gas. It's really bubbling up too. And at the bottom, it's going to start to glow a little bit. So once it gets to the point where it's glowing, we're good. So I'm going to turn it off. And we're going to remove this. Put it back on the balance. And we can see that it actually, for some reason, has gained a little bit of mass. So I'd call that 26. It looks to me like it's exactly on the 0.5, so 26.50. That's what you're going to put in here for the mass after, 26.50. So kind of the big idea, hopefully what you're seeing this chapter, we shouldn't have got a loss in mass there. We ended up with one. But what you should see is that as long as we've got a tight seal, nothing escapes, mass should stay the same because there's really nothing coming or going from this test tube here.